In a world where ordinary men can excel doing ordinary things, this man has single-handedly lowered the bar. From the scrambled mind that brought you Mad Madness and Beagle Rare comes this underwhelming Friday night special event. Matt Porter is the Blendigeddon 2 World Champion and the 2020 World's Top Whiskey Taster. Ladies and gentlemen, raise your glass and shake your ass for ADHD Whiskey Live.
What's happening, everybody? Happy Friday night. Welcome to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Mac. This is ADHD Whiskey Live. That's the first time I've ever done that. And it didn't feel right, so I probably won't ever do that again. You live and you learn, though. You live and you learn. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy July. What is it, the 7th already? Jeez Louise, feels like it's friggin' spring still, but no. We are in the heat of summer. And speaking of hot, you are all super attractive. Even you, 614 Whiskey, who probably didn't make it. Don't know if he'll make it. How's everybody doing? Travis Robeson in the house. What's going on, Travis? WJK, Mr. Bill. Greetings, sir. My mom is here bright and early. Mom, how are you? Love you so much. Matt Horn's here. Chaston. That's a name right there. I like the name Chaston. Chaston. Yeah. I'll be in Golden, Colorado in a month. Any good food or bar recs for around Denver? Dude, I'm not from Denver. You'll have to ask other folks from the Denver area. I live like damn near 4 hours west of Denver. So we went to a seafood place around Denver. It was good. What was it called? No idea. Were they out of king crab? Yep. Could I have afforded it anyway? Probably not. So, no idea about Denver. Oh, there's a South Park place. Probably can't get in there. Wouldn't worry about it. Michael S. is in the hizzy. What's happening? Tony Two Toes. That's it. Hey, Tony, do you have all 10 or are you working with 2? I've never asked that. I wonder if anyone else has ever asked that. Tony, you only got 2 toes, or should have asked a long time ago. Unless, of course, you want to talk about it. But if you didn't want to talk about it, you wouldn't have named yourself that. So, not my bad at all. Just wondering. KCD, weekly top 40s here. Jack Mehoff is in the house. Didn't realize what I was about to say till I got to the off part. Tim Cornet, what's happening? Jeff Perkins. Town, we used to play a little league team named after the town Perkins and beat them bad all the time. Beat them so bad. They were a smaller town than us. And super sorry, Perkins, but you lost. Jason Mount says, squad. What's happening, Jason? Gorilla Glue enthusiast. He's stuck here for the evening, guaranteed. That's stupid. Sorry. Fifth quarter tailgate. Mark S. Chris Miller. What's happening? Rick Manasek. Been a while, but happy to be here. So happy you're here, Rick. Hell's yeah. H.L. Malone. Henry Lucas Malone. Guaranteed, for sure. Tony H. is up in the hizzy. Prescription Bourbon. Knows where he needs to be for a little fix me up. What's going on? PXB, PX, RXB, RXB. We're slowly getting there. Hopefully my mic is on. Gorilla Glue's ass is shaking. That's what we all wanted to hear. Roman Carter, your friend Roman Candle, he went off earlier this week, and he was a bit explosive. That's still bad. Gandhi Road is in the house. Abrod. What's going on, Abrod? I dig your name, Abe. Russell, K.A. Russell 58. What's happening? Soapbox 91. I love bourbon. So do I. Big fan. Big fan here of the bourbon. Chris Bickford, friggin' Bickford, knows. Never mind. I don't know. You know what? Maybe I'll get a bit witty as we get going. It's pretty not smooth sailing so far. Luke Corder got a single barrel proof rye jack. Excited to try it later. Greetings, by the way. Greetings, Luke. Pop that jack and take a sip, my friend. Christine Vasco's here. How's it going, Christine? Thad Brooks Sawyer's here. I'm here, goddamn it, says Brooks. What's happening? Glad you're here. Owen Longren got some proper Casey barbecue for you, Portsky, next weekend when you hit up Ben Holiday. How's he? We'll see if that happens. We're driving from Colorado to Lexington. It's like a 21-hour drive, and we're probably not. I mean, we're gonna make it into probably 3 days, probably 3 days of driving with the kids. So I need good places to stay along the way. If anyone knows of nice little towns along I-70, let me know. I think we stayed in Hays, Kansas before. Don't remember much about it. Scott is here, just Scott. Licorious George. That is a badass name. It took me a second, but Licorious George is a pretty sweet name. DC Lob Creek, King of Creeks, and now a new Knob Creek single barrel pick. If you want to access amazingly delicious barrel picks picked by the Dorita Whiskey, join Patreon. Thank you, DC. Love you so much. Foolproof from Benchmark. I haven't had that yet. I haven't had any of the Benchmark lineup except for the friggin' regular standard. This thing, the Benchmark 8. That's the only Benchmark that I've had. I've never tried the small batch, nor the single barrel, or the top floor, or the foolproof, or the bottled and bond, if there's one of those. Haven't tried them. They've just never been available where I've been at, if you know what I mean. Casa Bonita, that's the one I was talking about. That's it. Cheers from Missouri, Matt, says Bob Glass. Bob Glass, shake your ass. Missouri's killing bourbon lately. Between Barrel King and Ben Holiday, Missouri's freaking killing it. Ryan, DC, Matt, your transformation is amazing. All while still drinking the good juice. Bravo, brother. Hells yeah. Just gotta work extra hard, I guess. If it weren't for bourbon, I'd probably be in tremendous shape. But I love bourbon. I love it. It's so good. Jeffrey Wack is here. What's happening? Mr. Jeffrey Wack himself. Always smiling, and I love him for it. Good flex for a date night. I'll have the king crab. Oh, you're out? I guess I'll have the chicken tenders then. Right? Absolutely. With the sweet and sour sauce. No sweet and sour sauce? We're out of here. My 6-year-old travels. This is going to sound very bad. Travels with the Polynesian sauce from Chick-fil-A. She's got a bottle of it, and we bring it into restaurants so that she'll eat food. She's picky, very picky. Flaxman 101, that intro was spectacular. Thanks to Jonathan Cook for that. Jonathan Cook, if you're in the house, freaking love you, my friend. Saucy Shane is here. Tony H. Dave Vogel sang, love it. The Lawnmower Detective. What's up? Hope everyone is doing well. I'm interested in the name. You just dive deep into lawnmower conspiracies or what? Like, why are these blades not sharp? Do batteries really cut along like gasoline? No, definitely not. Is hedging better than edging? I don't know. Umbagee 11. $5 super chat. Thank you. Michigan Wolverines helmet I see. Heck yeah. Knob Creek picks are like belly buttons. Everyone's got one. Tasty though. Bass 42. Wow. Or base 42. Yeah, you're right. You're right. They are tasty. Way to bring me down. Way to bring me down. Bass 42 122. The other 42,121 Basses never brought me down, but then you had to come along without your profile picture and shun me, you son of a bitch. Rick Manasek pouring some Octanium ADHD pick to watch this bad boy right now. Hells yeah, Rick. That's a little bit of 50 Shades of Grape. I like that sticker. DC killing with the stickers. I have another friggin' sticker. Shoot. See, I was going to do this earlier. Didn't do it, but gotta do it. This usually takes me at least a few minutes. Then we're going to get into a few things. I got Knob Creek single barrel kit that arrived today. It's supposed to arrive a while back, but with the holiday and shipping and stuff, it took a while to get here. So I got to pick one of these bad boys tonight. Hopefully there's one in here that is good. Hopefully one of them is good. I want to email myself. I'm going to do that right now. I want to send it to myself without a subject because I'm just pushing the limits of sanity. There it is. It's good. It's good. Sent it. Now I got to go to my email and then bring it in. Bring it in for the real thing. This is another DC special coming very soon. Downloaded it and show in folder. Damn it. I missed it. It's like I feel like a 90-year-old person working on computers lately. Just not as good as I once was. Things get so much more difficult. Know what I'm saying? All right. We are so close. That's what she said. So we have coming up the barrel picks that are going to be released very soon. We have the Woodinville pick, which is a cask strength bourbon from Woodinville. That's going to be released to patrons. If I could talk and do something else at the same time, it would be magnificent. Be a great thing. Unfortunately, I'm dumb. Hurts my brain. And I could have swore the upload is taking too long. This might be a connection issue, and usually fixed by... It didn't even give it a chance. Taking too long. We literally just tried it. Try again. Upload is taking too long. All right. Well, I don't believe that that's true. I don't believe it's true. Unless, of course, we're not live anymore. In which case, that would make sense. Mojo's here. What's that going on? Cheech is here. Friggin' Cheech. Hells yeah. Benchmark samples. No, I'm going to eventually get all the bottles of them. I got to get the bottles. I appreciate the offer, though. Ashley Gasser's here. Hey, bring your A game to Pours in the Park for bags, because I'm not beating anybody until I beat you. And your husband, Derica, going down. You're both going down this year because pissed off about last year. And like it or not, super story about your early exit out of the bag tournament. Cornhole, you might call it. I don't know what you guys call it in friggin' Tennessee, but here in Colorado, I call it you losing in bags this year. Been fired up for a year about it, Ashley. Son of a bitch. Dan L's in the hizzy. What's up, Matt? Julie and I can't wait to see you next month. Yeah, we are weeks away from Pours in the Park. So close. So friggin' close. I'm excited. Matter of fact, next Friday, I don't even know if I'll be live streaming because we're leaving for our family summer vacation. We're driving all the way to Kentucky, and then the week of I think Monday the 17th. That week, Wild Turkey pick, a Russell's Reserve single barrel, doing that pick, and then there's the Patreon meetup in Lexington on the 17th. Then from there, we're going up to the UP in Michigan for a couple of weeks, and then we're driving back down to Lower Michigan for Pours in the Park, and then eventually driving back home to Colorado after that. So going to be a lot of stuff happening from the road. Hopefully some good stuff, if you know what I mean. Toshi Bake, you gangster. Evening from Vegas. Oh, what's happening there? Oh, don't want to know. It's Got to stay there. Cheers, Matt. No, forgot it's Friday. Easy to lose track of time in Vegas, I bet. Was stoked to see that notification you're live. Cheers, buddy. Hope you're well. Hope you're well. Toshi, hope you're having a great time in Vegas. What the heck are you doing there? A little UFC stuff or a little gamble schmamble? Are you there touching the new globe thing? Jen Shields, having sauces you know your kids like on hand when traveling. That's parenting gold right there. Genius. Yeah, she travels with it. It's pretty ridiculous. Pretty ridiculous. Let me see if this will work. I'm going to try it one more time. Contact us. I'm not going to contact StreamYard. Think that would work ever? Would never, ever work. Oh, it's working now. So the Woodinville pick, it's not working. That's all right. The Woodinville pick is... The Woodinville pick is coming soon, very soon. It is the Woodyville. It's me as, Woody from Toy Story. I was going to show you that picture. That's not working either. Dang it. Nothing ever works when I want it to work. It's a pain in the ass. But I'll try to make this work just this way. Oh, here it is. That's the Woodinville sticker, if you can see it. Da-da-dum. That's the Woodinville sticker. And then also a Boulder Cask Strength bourbon pick from here in Colorado. It's friggin' amazing. A little bit different than normal, a little bit more malted barley in the mash bill, but it's super, super good. That one is, if I can find it, I haven't even shown Patreon this yet. That's a jerk move of me, but I'll show it on live because it's super cool. Just ordered the stickers. They'll be shipped today. Here it is. It's the Mountain Goat. Yeah. That's the Boulder Cask Strength pick sticker. So we got the Mountain Goat and Woodyville coming soon. Then talk to you about the Blue Run pick that we're doing soon today. Then Russell's Reserve pick. Doing the Knob Creek tonight. We got a whole bunch of stuff coming down the pipeline for patrons. So if you're a patron, then geez, you're going to have to pick and choose, I guess. There's a bunch of stuff. I got to pour these. Because the way that I forgot that the way that they do this Knob Creek stuff is different than the way they normal picks happen because it's not cask strength. You have to water it down yourself. It comes with like a whole shitload of stuff. Knob Creek Single Barrel Select Experience. Welcome to the Knob Creek Single Barrel Select Experience. These bottles contain the best bourbon we've got. Straight out of the barrels. Hand-selected, no blending. 3 one-of-a-kind bourbons born of their own experience. Uniquely seasoned by nature and time. Pour yourself a glass, savor each sip, and see which bourbon speaks to you. Fred, no. All right. We'll do that. It's got a book that tells you all about Jim Beam and not... It's got like 50 pages for notes. Never taken a note a day in my life that mattered. It's probably not true, but there's a conversion chart. So they have you pour the samples because they're different proofs into a colander. That would be bad because they'd just go down the drain. Into like it probably would have been quicker to think of the word. Cylinder. That's not even what it is. The provided cylinder. It's like a vial, like a friggin' vial. A big 11. Matt, I will supply the full benchmark lineup for you. Let me know how to send the samples. I appreciate that so much. But the samples, it costs more to ship them than the samples would be worth. I'm gonna get the full bottles. I'm gonna get the full bottles. I'm gonna get the whole friggin' lineup of bottles. I appreciate it though. Beery Texan, Shalancha, Matt. Bless you. Hollywood, all right. Full bottles, okay. Yeah, I'd be happy to pay for them and have them shipped for show. That'd be great. Full bottles, sweet. Hells yeah. Ashley, don't, hey, you know what they say about a sleeping giant? That's me in cornhole. Unless, of course, I slip on a banana peel, you're going down. Matt, I forgot to mention your suggestion of Jury Duty was amazing. Watched the 8 episodes in the last week. The show was epic. It's a great show. It's on Prime, I think. Amazon Prime. It's a great, great show. Yeah, if you haven't watched Jury Duty, turn this shit off and watch Jury Duty. That's what I would do. I wouldn't be watching me right now. The competition for the Matt Madness winners is the 18th of August. Okay, got 3 samples. Oh, don't you fall. Oh, by the way, while I pour those, I'm going to quickly review this Heaven's Door sample I got sent. It is, came with a Glencairn. Nice. Heaven's Door 10-year Decade Series Straight Rye Whiskey, 100 proof, distilled in Indiana with a 95.5 mash bill, aged over 10 years in new American white oak barrels. Nice. Knock, 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 heaven's door. I think that's a different song. Oh yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, the Knob Creek. I get ahead of myself and then behind myself. That's weird. That smells like MGP rye the whole way. The whole way. Isn't the goat hilarious? The goat is so good. I don't know if I'm going to be coming to Ben Holiday. Oh, that was the thing. So next weekend, I think we'll be driving past there on like Saturday. Maybe, but I don't know if we'll be stopping. It's just like, it depends. It depends on how the trip is going. That would be like 12 hours into our drive. So we'll see if how the kids are doing, if we're going to stop or not. I want to stop because I want to pick up one of those, the cask strength Ben Holiday picks from the distillery. That'd be awesome. Chase Regano, friggin' hells yeah. I dig your style, man. All right. Nanya, Danya. Nah. My cat says hi. Yeah, yeah. Right back at your kitty cat. All right. 3 samples. It comes with a box with a latch on it. They waste, like, why they send a whole big friggin' box every time? Let's see. Comes with purified water, so you know it's good. A dropper. And a dirty cylinder. Hells yeah. Perfect. 3 samples from 3 different rick houses, I believe. We have sample A, Warehouse X, floor 3, Rick 51, tier 2, barreled February 2014. Oh, dropping it. Then we have sample B, Warehouse P for a porter, floor 6, Rick 48, tier 1, barreled in January of 2014. And then sample C is Warehouse K, floor 6, Rick 9, 6-9, nice, tier 2, barreled early February 2014. So these are all within a month of each other. Barreled ages. Cask strength, sample A. Shoot. Which one is A? Oh, is 121 proof. Sample B, 127, almost 128 proof. And sample C, 134 proof. Dang hole. So I got to water these bitches down. Then we'll get into the nosing and tasting. Oh yeah, Heaven's Door Rye, 10-year rye. That smells like cinnamon. That smells like MGP rye. That's good. I mean, what do you say? It's 100 proof, 10-year-old MGP rye. It is what we thought it was. They are who we thought they were. That's what that reminds me of. It's neither bad nor great. It's just MGP rye, watered down. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Whiskey fill line. This is sample A. One of the samples leaked quite a bit in shipment. That's fine. Then it says if it is 121 proof to add like no water to it. So this one will just be, this one's close enough. Close enough. And it will go into sample glass A for sample A. Cool. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, right there. Without a lid on it? What am I trying to do? Where did I put the lid? Here. I am all over the place. That's fine. It'll be okay. Everything's all right. Sorry, everybody. Damn. Yeah, I'll definitely try the 130 proofer as is. I just don't want, I'm going to do these blind too because I don't want to be like at all, what's the word? You know what I'm talking about. Swayed to pick the higher proof one. So I'm just going to water it down and then go from there. Because it's not going to be 134 proof when we get it. It's going to be 120. Sample B. Oops. The 127, 128-ish proof. Dripping on my toe. It says to add 2 milliliters of water. And they supplied the water because they're so nice over at Jim Beam. Look at this. Purified water. Why do they have to if it's friggin' limestone water, why do they have to purify it? That's my question, right? Is there a milliliter line on here? No. Hydrogen, oxygen, the norm. There. Perfect. This will go into B. All right. And then finally, sample C. This high proof hooker. Fill it to the line. It's running down my wrist. And then, what does it say? 3 milliliters of water. 3 milliliters. So that would be there. Okay. Perfect. Sample C. That was probably hard to watch. I'm sorry. Stay. Lid. Lid. There. All right. I brought all of these Doc Swinson samples because I was thinking I could get through those tonight, but I really doubt that's going to happen. They sent me 5 of their new finished samples, and probably not going to get to those tonight. Maybe. We'll see. To be honest, I don't even know which one is which already, but the Julie-like wheel of confusion gets busted out in situations like this. Which one is which? No idea. Almost dropped it. All right. Let's freaking do it. Now we're good. Now we're good. Not related, but thanks for the advice on the Elijah Craig toaster barrel. I tried when a family member got it, and it was just as underwhelming as you said. I just don't like it. I just don't like it. It just tastes artificially woody to me. The guy at Specs told me Smoke Wagon Blender Select was like midwinters. That's not the one I reviewed, is it? I reviewed 2, the malted rye and a different rye. Was that the malted rye? Was it the blenders? None of those is like midwinters. That would not be accurate at all. ADHD is raging tonight. I totally feel it 100%. It's bad. It is bad. It's okay though. It is okay. Biased. That was the word I was looking for. Broke out the beaker. Hells yeah. Is that for a hydrometer? What's that? The beaker? No. They just tell you how much to put in it. So when I get told how much to put in, I listen. Why do they not let you choose a proof? Why aren't? This is what they do. That's the name of the game. I would like it. I would like it if they. Wouldn't it be easier if they just let it be bottled as is? It'd make it easier for them. But then again, we wouldn't get to enjoy their delicious purified Kentucky water. Ooh, they add distilled water to proof it down in order for it not to technically add minerals to it. They only use limestone in the mash. I see. All right. It doesn't say distilled, though. It said purified. And there is a difference, I believe. Unless, of course, I'm an idiot. DC, you're right. Isn't it weird that rain has a smell? That's kind of weird, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Embrace synergy. All right. No, I'm not bringing Sean in. Sean from the Bourbon Junkies is cringing. At what? Am I dripping? Am I drip dropping? No. He's cringing because he looked in the mirror. Boom roasted. That's a joke. He's a good looking guy. I know, Keith. I'm sorry for agitating it. What's up, Jared Renfro? We're caught up. Smell of rain is called petrichor. I'll forget that in 1 second. All right. Gonna nose these first and give them a nose score. Then I mix them up again, give them another nose score. Welcome to my world of barrel picks where it's tedious and ridiculous and stupid, but this is how I roll. And welcome to my world, bitches. Okay. Not a lot happening on the nose right away. Give it a little bit of an SJ, wake it up a bit, smack its bottom. There we go. Almonds. It smells very nice. This smells very, what's the, Jason's word? Oh boy. Very bourbon. This is a very bourbon nose. It smells very good. Coincidental? That's not it. Claire. I'll figure it out eventually. It's a very traditional, delicious bourbon nose. Nothing standing out in any bad way. Not over nutty, which is a big plus because a lot of the nuttiness can start coming through on these. There is a little nuttiness now. Still, that glass, very nice nose. Next glass. Quintessential, that's the word. Quintessential, thank you. But a pecan, that's the one. Oh shit, by the way. I shot a video the other night, and it'll be edited and posted during our trip. But it's about tasting notes. And I saw this at the store and I bought it, and Fred Minnick can go kiss my ass because guess what? I've never had this before. I've never had marzipan. I love marzipan. I love it. It tastes like amaretto liqueur in a doughy ball, and I love it. Friggin' marzipan. I dig it a lot. Marzipan's very good. Similar nose, a little bit sharper, a little bit. I prefer the nose of the first glass more. This one is more nutty, more like going down the road of more of a sawdusty nose, which I don't prefer. But the nose only is half the story, or not even half the story. You know what I mean? Glass 3, ooh. Glass 3 is caramelly. So when I'm doing a barrel pick, I mean, of course, these are going to be similar. It's the same stuff, right? So it's like there are times when they're wildly different, but typically they're going to be at least somewhat similar. So nosing them, it's like what stands out is bad. What stands out is not standing out at all. So far, the glass 1 and glass 3 are the ones that are providing the best nose without anything. Glass 2 kind of made me go, and that's a red flag. Okay. 1, 3, 2 is my order for favorite nose. And I don't think, a lot of times I'll go back and re-nose these over and over and over again because if they're really close or like have different aromas, then I want to make sure that I'm consistent with which one I like more. I'm pretty sure that 1 and 3 are the ones that have the 2 best noses. None of them is off-putting, but I don't need to re-nose them over and over again because they're similar enough, but also not like that much. I don't know how to really word it. There are times when I nose them over and over and over again blind, but this isn't really necessary because I feel like it's going to come down to the palate on these for sure. All right, let's taste them. So I'm not going to reveal the noses. Typically I do that too. I'll see which one I liked the most on the nose. I'll write it down. Then I'll blind them again. And I'll put them in order, which one I like the nose of over and over and over again. But I don't feel it's necessary with these ones. So I'm going to go right to the palate. Yeah, these are about 9.5 years old right now. Yeah, they're all 9.5 years. Marzipan is on nearly all wedding cakes. Well, damn it. At a bougie chocolate shop, chocolate covered marzipan, had to get them. What's marzipan? Marzipan is an almond candy dough. And this one's from Denmark, the Dutch. Sounds like something you'd treat a yeast infection with. Marzipan? That's monostat. Don't ask me how I know. All right. Kong, they're available through Patreon at first. If they don't sell out in Patreon, then they go public after that, and they usually put it on the ADHD Whiskey Facebook page or mention it on a live stream like this. But typically, lately they've been selling out in Patreon. We'll see. Different barrels sell differently, that's for sure. What's the blue say? You Midwestern folk can keep it? What's that, marzipan? Uh-oh. Trev. Oh, man. She was hungry a while ago. She was hungry a while back. All right. Sample one. Wow. That's a full flavored pecker. What? That thing's got a finish on it. That's still going. Traditional Knob Creek flavor profile with a little bit of extra barrel char on it. And that's maybe, damn. That's a crazy long finish. What I wanted, okay, this is what I'm doing next. This is Knob Creek. And then I also have items from Sticker Mule have shipped. Nice. And then I've got King of Creeks also poured. So I like to compare them a little bit just to see kind of what I'm working with. I'm going to sip. This is Knob Creek next. I want to just taste this to see kind of like comparative wise, like what I'm working with. Knob Creek is lighter and fruitier than the first one, but not necessarily better. Wow. It's weird how that one varies. I don't think I prefer it over the sample. It's just different. Why does it taste so light and fluffy? Huh. I can see why I picked that, but that's much less of an experience than the first glass. It's just a fruitier version of Knob Creek, but the finish diminished. The finish diminished? That's a new friggin' go-to phrase. The finish diminished rather quickly. All right. Moving on. Sample B. This one had my least favorite nose as a 3, but a lot of notes are very similar, like caramel, butterscotch, maple syrup, etc. People use different words to describe the same taste and smell. Yeah, I think when you start like cooked down sugars, like if someone says, like baking, like a burnt sugar, brown sugar, maple syrup, I can kind of see like those things going together. Butterscotch is a different note altogether where I come from. Where I come from, if it's a butterscotch, it is. I wouldn't lump that together with caramel or maple syrup or sugar. Butterscotch is like a. I can't even really describe. I mean, that's just a different flavor to me. But I know what you mean for sure. Oh, yeah. Bit nutty. That's out. Wow. Yeah, that's out. That's a full-blown friggin'. That's like the floor of the places where they crack peanuts and put them on the floor. That's the floor of that place. That's one peanutty bugger. The nose really was the gateway to what that was going to taste like. Up Matt's Creek. If you know anything about my creek, it's between my cheeks. Boom. I get butterscotch on a lot of dusty stuff. Yeah, I get butterscotch on a lot of dusties, and that older Jack Daniels that I tried, which turns out I don't even think is a special bottle. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. I've got to do more research on that, but I got a lot of butterscotch on that. I get a lot of that note on just stuff that was distilled a while back. Slob on my knob. I don't think that's gonna. I don't think DC that's gonna be the ticket. Maybe, but no. Oh, and the Barrel King. Oh, geez Louise, I just saw this out of the corner of my eye. I'm gonna talk to Patreon about it first, but the Patreon meetup on the 17th. I've got a blend of the second Whiskey King release, and shit. I'll talk to Patreon about it, but there's 2 more Barrel Kings coming too. Barrel King blends. The one big batch turned into 2 smaller ones because just the way it worked. We could either have 2 very, very, very good things or 1 very good thing. And Jared at Barrel King was like, dude, do whatever you want. So the big blend is getting split up a little bit into 2 smaller blends, but it's for a good reason. But I'm bringing this bottle to the Patreon meetup so you guys can try it if you come. I'd buy a slob. Ugh. Ben, you nasty. Is Matt near Frey Ranch Dist? What's a DST? Is that a time zone I don't know about? Listen, if you like Frey Ranch, that's totally cool. I haven't had one I liked yet. They're all super floral to me. Like extremely the most floral thing on the planet. Okay. Back to business. Oh. We're going to have a shootout here. There's going to be a shootout. We got 2 good barrels. We got 2 really good barrels. The second one started off like the first one, but halfway through the palate, it like ripped second gear without even using the clutch. It just like went, just grounded it into second gear. And that second gear was a bit different than the first gear. Not only did it go faster, of course, but a little change of pace, a little bit of a kick to the back end out a little bit, spun the tires, and just a different note halfway through. It kicked up a notch halfway through the sip. And tasting whiskey, that is a great thing, but sometimes it only happens once, and that sucks. I've had more bourbons than not. Usually when that happens, when I retaste it, I don't get that same experience the second time I taste it. But if it does stick around, if it's there the second time where you taste it, it's delicious, and then it's like, whoa, like a second jolt. You know what I mean? Like Vin Diesel hit the NOS, like, Don Toretto, 9 seconds of my life, hit the NOS, or whatever. And then it's like, and he just zips by Paul Walker, RIP. Then if that happens again, then I'm totally on board with that. Hobnob, higher boost. Mm-hmm. The Barrel King is already finished, Garrett. Already finished. One of them is... They're both releases will be nighted releases, I believe, because I think they have to be. So actually, I think I've got this full bottle, then another partial. I'll bring them both to see what you guys prefer. But there are two versions of the blend that are just tremendous. I got way happier with this than I was with Whiskey King when Whiskey King was like at the end of it. This bottle. When this bottle, I was worried for some reason. I don't know why. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. People say they love this, but the next two are, I believe, way better than this. Oh, by the way, Trey, if you're watching, got your hat. I Jake Paul'd Trey from Blue Run. Got his hat. Stole it. It's mine now. All right. So 2. I'm going to try this one again to see if it does the same thing in my mouth. Kind of does. Ooh. Kind of does. So the older the Knob Creek picks get, I know that we're not like in the 15-year range anymore, but I did see a video last night on YouTube right before I went to bed. And it was somebody who has a whiskey channel that I've never heard of before. But as a matter of fact, why not give a shout out when you can, right? Because when I was a young YouTuber, fat and happy, driving a bus, eating all the marzipan I could get my hands on, I loved a good shout out when I could find one. So let me see if I can find out what it was. I searched Knob Creek picks getting older, and the first video that popped up was my most underrated bourbon on the planet video. Knob Creek. Single barrel. Dang it. It's going to be difficult. Can I see my watch history? Probably. I don't know. I'm going down a rabbit hole for no reason except to give a dude credit. And I believe to give credit where credit is due. I do. Polish Porter's Knob. Knob Polish. Knob Streak. Bourbon Bill? Was it Bourbon Bill? I think it might have been Bourbon Bill. That might have been it. Bourbon. And when I listen, this is the way that the YouTube whiskey game works. I've never watched Bourbon Bill, but I saw his video last night right before I went to bed. He may have more subscribers than me, and I just called him a young YouTuber. I do not know. For example, Bruzel, young YouTuber. 500,000 subscribers. No big deal. That son of a bitch. TJ Gamble, if you're watching, then you son of a bitch. Just joking. You deserve every last one of them. Knob Streak with Matt as Will Ferrell Old School. Is the KFC still open? That's cheese. It's funny seeing all the barrel pick names because watch history is in privacy or something. Oh, okay. Bourbon Bill. All right. Bourbon Bill. Yeah, he said that he just got picked up an 11-year pick. So it's like the older picks are like starting to come out again or something. I don't know if that's like around the like across the board or if that's just one of them. But this was before I got this today, and I was like, oh shit. What if I get what if these are older? And I got super excited. Went to sleep last night, super excited without the blue pill. And woke up still excited, didn't even have to call the doctor. But when this came, I was like, oh, there's no 11 or 12 year. 9.5 year across the board. That's fine though. Maybe next year. Listen, if they're getting older, that's fantastic. Also, have you been to any shows at Red Rock since you've been in Colorado? No, I have not. It's really hard because, well, we're far from there anyway, but we just have 2 little ones and we don't have any friggin' babysitters. So we don't do shit unless it's kid friendly. Then we can do shit. Back to 1. Oh, damn. These are both really good. But this is the problem. The problem is this. Glass 1 is very viscous. It's a very in-your-face experience, which I love. I love when something just takes over when it touches your tongue. It's like, I own you now until I'm done. And the finish lasts forever. It is a bit nuttier than I would like. In a perfect world, it's still extremely good. Sample 3 on the palate is a bit better. And it does the shifting thing where it changes gears halfway through, which I absolutely love. I think it may be a little bit less nutty, but it's not quite as viscous. And the finish doesn't quite last as long. But it's still a long finish. It's just not that extreme lingerer. In my brain, I'm thinking that the viscosity and the finish maybe I may be able to, if glass 1 is the 134 proof one, then maybe it kind of tastes higher proof than the other 2. So maybe there's just not enough water added to it, and that's why it stands out a bit. Skyscraper's dry cycle is complete. That's what I named my new washer and dryer, Skyscraper, because it's tall. Stupid. Good job, Skyscraper. Thanks for drying my clothes. Sample 3. Weird. I have a hard time making decisions sometimes. Wise guys too. Matt, choose wisely. I know, because it's hard because I want to love it, and I love both of these, but for different reasons. Interesting. With Blue Run, so this is what happened with Blue Run. Blue Run, by the way, friggin' phenomenal. Trey from Blue Run, an amazing dude. He went out on a limb and did me a super solid. So, not this past weekend, 2 weekends ago. Was it even the weekend or was it during the week? I don't remember. I think it was actually during the week. Drove to Silverthorne, which is a couple hours from here, and went out to dinner with Trey from Blue Run. Invited Dara and Bill from Average Drinker. Tommy friggin' D came along, which was tremendous. And Alan Rubin of Alec Bradley Cigars. By the way, son of a bitch, what am I thinking? I'm not thinking. This live stream is brought to us by Alec Bradley Cigars. Wow, that is a bit late, best cigars on the planet, and the man who named his sons Alec and Bradley, and then named his cigar company after his son's names, Alec Bradley. Alan Rubin is a gem. The sweetest, most kind-hearted, phenomenal dude. I wish I had more time to spend just chatting with him. Maybe in the future, I don't know. But Alan Rubin's a fucking solid dude. Pardon my language, Mom. Very, very nice guy. Said a lot of very nice things to me, which I did not deserve, but he said some very nice things, and he's on my love list. He's on my love list. I love Alan Rubin. I love him. Love him. Alec is also on my love list. Bradley is on my have never met or spoken to list, but kind of probably would like him. At least like him. But anyway, so we went there. 4 samples from Blue Run, different distillates from different distilleries, 4 different mash bills from 3 different distilleries is how we worded it. And they're all barrel strength. And we got to talking. The owner of the restaurant came, sat down, was tasting with us. But what happened was this. And if you go back to watch my Ascot video, when I was talking about, I think the name of the video was like, is our spirits competitions legit? But I went through like how I taste whiskeys and like what I do when I taste whiskey, my protocol, shall you say. I get in my own head a lot if this protocol isn't met. So when I'm tasting for Ascots and stuff, I make sure that I'm doing things my own, like in my way, in a way that's like its own environment, where I haven't like fudged my palate up or like destroyed my nose or things like that. With that being said, when you go on a barrel pick at a distillery, you don't really have that option. Like you're there, but usually you're in a room or in a rick house or something where those samples are there, and it's just like the fresh air, or in a room with Stinky Sean, because I'm just joking, Sean, I love you. With Stinky Shook, because Shook smells great. But there's like not a lot of outside influence to mess you up. Well, at this restaurant, we had these samples, and just as we start nosing them, they bring out like fried Brussels sprouts to the table. And as soon as they hit the table, my nose went to shit, like bad. And all I could, like, I started smelling whiskey, and all I could smell was like fried, like oil, like, you know, like deep fried, what do you call it? Oil, right? Yeah, what they fry shit in, deep fry. So it smelled Brussels sprouts and deep. Then like they started bringing out food, and I couldn't smell or like taste. And I was like, I can't do like halfway through the dinner, I was like, dude, I am having a big problem because all the aromas in this restaurant are fudging up my tasting. So Trey's a friggin' badass, and he's sending me samples so that I can retaste them, like alone in my own environment, because I couldn't pick something in the restaurant because I couldn't smell it or taste it. So Trey's a super badass. I stole his hat. Then he came back to our Airbnb for the night and had some drinks, had a great time. We arm wrestled. We did not. I won. I did not. It never happened. But yeah. So anyway, more samples are coming from Blue Run, and I'm gonna pick one. But I couldn't at the restaurant. I was like, I can't do it. I can't. Even with everyone else's help, it comes down to my responsibility to make sure that what I pick, I stand behind, I know I love, and I feel good about selling it with my name on it. I couldn't do that in that environment, which is not anybody's fault. It was a tremendous dinner. I friggin' loved it. And Trey's a gangster. He's great. And he's hooking me up with the samples for me to taste now. So, all good. Fryer oil, Brussels sprout. Yeah. But like if I eat garlic or something before I taste, It's problematic. It's so problematic. Because I can't do it. Everything starts to smell and taste the same, and it's usually of like deep fried stuff. But we had some very good food there. The place was called it's in Silverthorne. They've got a big ass whiskey bar. It's called Sauce on the Blue. It was a restaurant. So if you're ever in Silverthorne, Breckenridge area, that's the place to go. It's really, really good. Man, that finish on that glass. I would hate to not pick that because it's just so everlasting. It's like a gobstopper of bourbon. It's like you just lick it for hours. The flavor never goes away. Sample 3. All right. Having tasted them closely back to back, on the live stream, I can't guarantee that this is the way this is going to go because I have enough to diesel truck outside just rolling coal in the residential neighborhood. No big deal. Jerk. Just kidding. But seriously, why? I want to make sure that I proof these down correctly and retaste them because if sample 1 was proofed down correctly, then that's going to be the winner. It is a ridiculous experience. Glass 3, super good. It shifts gears. It's a little more complex than sample 1, but it doesn't stop you in your tracks like sample 1 does. And that's what I want first and foremost for a barrel pick to do is stop what you're doing and just go, wow. And that's sample 1 makes you go, wow. Sample 3 could do that, but it'd be like you glance over at a Ferrari and you're like, damn, that's a fucking nice Ferrari. And then you look across the street and you see a Fiero, a Pontiac Fiero that somebody turned into a Ferrari. And you're like, damn, that is one hell of a Fiero. The Ferrari body kit. It's no Ferrari. But if you just saw the the Fiero by itself, you might just really think that's a bad example because that's not a Fiero. It's better than a Fiero. You know what I'm talking about, though. So I'm going to say with a grain of salt that sample 1 is the winner, sample 3, very close second. I'm going to retaste them later, re-water them down, and retaste them again later. Sample 1's the winner, which is sample 2, by the way, is the loser. Sample 2, I don't know. This one is very nutty and not at all what I was looking for. At all. And it is A, which is the lowest proof of the bunch, which no water was added to whatsoever. That was 121 proof. So the winner in first place is, that's what I thought, sample C. Sample C, the highest proof, was the winner, but I would need to make sure that I added the proper amount of water because I want to make sure that it's not winning because it's higher proof, because it's not going to be higher proof when it's bottled. It's going to be 120 proof. So as long as it's accurate and I'm getting that experience out of 120 proof, then hell's yeah. But something is telling me in the back of my tiny little pea-sized brain that that is probably higher proof still than this. Even though I followed their directions to a T. To a TT. Love me some of them. Do you know floors, etc.? Yeah, so Marrow K, Marrow 40K, like the name. King of Creeks. Wow, okay. If this is 120 proof, that kicks King of Creeks and Lob Creek's ass. Especially King of Creeks. It's so weird how that happens, how shit changes. Because when I tried King of Creeks, loved it. It was way less nutty and a bit more off profile than the other Knob Creek picks when I picked it, the other two samples. But comparing that to the samples I got today, that feels more like number 2 than it does sample 1 or 3. That's just me being honest. Do I like King of Creeks when I taste it by itself? Absolutely. But next to 1 and 3, King of Creeks is like King of Not Creeks, or like not King of Creeks. Oh, floors, etc. So the winner was sample C, which was Warehouse K, floor 6, Rick 9, nice, 69, tier 2, barreled on February 4th, 2014. That would be the winner right there. You can see. The runner-up was sample B, which was Warehouse P for Pleasure. Floor 6, Rick 48, tier 1, barreled. So the second place was the oldest by about 18 days. And that was the runner-up right there. It's so cool how they like send you this stuff. Like they actually send an entire experience. It's a single barrel select experience, and it was an actual experience with all the cool stuff they put in the box. Hells yeah. Never rear-end a Pinto because their gas tanks are not protected. Not protected at all. What are you thinking of proofing it down to 120? What do you mean? What does that mean? I initially, if you didn't catch the beginning, added water per their directions to proof it down to 120. But, because you have to proof it down to 120, that's the only way that they bottle it. In my brain, I'm just wondering, like, was it actually around 120 or was it still higher? That's all. Jamie Faye from hello from Michael Klein's Patio. Hey, Jamie, tell Klein I love him and tickle him. Give him a tickle. I bet you Klein is ticklish. The part on his body between his balls and his butthole. Probably ticklish there. Don't touch him there. He's married. I forgot. Almost married. Go somewhere safer, like armpits. Love that guy. Freaking Kleiners. Knob Stopper. Oh, that's nice. I like Knob Stopper. Who had that idea? I like that. Just had a loud-ass FedEx truck drop off the delivery, so I feel you, Matt. Listen, the other night, I was trying to shoot during the 4th of July. Couldn't do it. Could not do it. Just boom, bang, bang, boom, boom, bang, bang. And then when the fireworks stopped, the dogs kept going. Not my dogs, but neighborhood dogs. Fuck this. I fucking hate this. Oh, you fucking hate it? Yeah, I fucking hate it. All the dogs talking in their yards. It's fucking bullshit, trying to sleep. I'm scared. What are you scared about? I don't know. Terrifying. I'm so just boom, boom, bang, bang. You know what I mean? Dogs just bitching. That's Wyatt 1, says Louis IV. What do you mean? Because it's from that Rick house in the Higher Rick? Possibly. I scrolled up and I did not see anything before that. Keep it real per usual. Per usual. Good Rick, 6'9". That's what I thought. What the hell? Ryan Alves, you son of a bitch. I love you, Ryan. Send me the winner. We'll submit it tonight. Miss you, dude. Cannot wait to hang with you up on Wild Turkey Hill. There's a hill there? I didn't even know that there was a hill. I've never been to that property, and I can't wait. Me and Ryan going to hang out like best friends. I'm going to bring him a flower. Thank you for the super chat, Ryan. That's crazy. You bugger. He's showing love. And he's setting up the entire Patreon meetup. Well, setting it up for the 17th, which is going to be fun. Main card picks for tomorrow night. Let me see. I think Yair is very good. Or as Chael Sonnen calls him, Yair. Picking against Volkanovski is hard. I'm going to say Yair wins. Because Volk lost. And when that happens, when you start losing, then you start a trend of losing. And you're no longer invincible. I think that's what's going to happen. I think Yair wins tomorrow. Who else is fighting tomorrow? I don't even know. Anyway, so yeah, Ryan, I'll send you the winner. Just give me a bit. Give me a little bit. But I do believe I do have a winner. We will see in the long run if that pans out to be correct. But I do believe I have a winner. Other than that, what else was I going to do tonight? We don't have enough time to do all the Doc Swinson samples. That's for sure. Taking a gander around. Am I missing anything important? I don't think so. I don't think that there's anything on my agenda that I forgot about. I did the Heaven's Door, which was a just fine 10-year MGP rye. Picked up friggin' Knob Creek probably. The Knobber Lasting Story. What? The Nober Lasting Story. Mystery box bonus sample. All right, we'll do it. Oh, dropping shit. We'll do a 1 ounce Wednesday random review then. Then we'll call it a night. 1 ounce Wednesday style random review. Spyderco. Friggin' gangster. All right. Clean glass. Got a clean glass. The Knobber Ending Story. I see. Re-review Dick Burns. Dude, I don't need to re-review it. It's still bad. It's still bad, DC. Not good. Not going to happen. Not ever. Like, do I even still... I still have it, but I must still have it. Obviously, I didn't drink it. But, all right. Go blindly into this box. That's what she said. Got a sample. Opening it. Finding the glass I just put down. Where the hell did I put it? Oh, boy. This could be problematic if I break a glass. I got it. It's empty. All right. I'm going to show the camera this sample, and I feel it. Can you see? I'm not sure if it's in. I have no idea if you can see what it is or not. Don't say it in chat. If you can read it, then don't say it. But this is a blind review. If you couldn't see it, then we'll find out together. But little Bonnie Foo looking for some artist. I'm not sure what that was. Okay, there. It's behind the box. All right. Like I said, if you saw it, don't say it. Color is dark. That's a dark color. That is a dark colored whiskey. Either extra old, maybe finished, or both. The nose is very nice. It's oaky, very bourbon-like, quintessential bourbon flavors. I do believe it's a bourbon and not a rye. I don't think that there's anything that's standing out as a finished whiskey. Tamed oak. Not wild oak, but tamed oak. Cherry. I'm trying to put my finger on a possible distillery here, but I can't quite. It could be MGP. It could be Buffalo Trace, but it's not sweet and cherry enough to be Buffalo Trace. This is how we get to where we're going. You just have to kind of follow along. It's not fun to watch, but it is how we get there. Man. Very nice nose. It is a very nice nose. Seemingly high proof. Based off the nose, I could see this being a special whiskey, something that is like highly sought after, just based off of the color, based off of the aroma. It doesn't smell cheap, let's put it that way, but it doesn't stand out as like anything extra crazy. Like I'm not picking up like a King of Kentucky, like overwhelming oaky blowout nose, but I am picking up on something that is definitely, I believe, going to be a palate pleaser, if you know what I mean. All right. Down the hatch with this 1 ounce Friday. Friggin' Friday. Blind pour. I don't know. Love you guys. Down the hatch. Shit, that's good. Whoa. That's not drinking any lower proof than those Knob Creeks. I would say it's probably right around the same deal. Could that be? I feel like that's definitely a bourbon. It is sweet. It is, man, what on earth is that? It is full flavored, full powered. It's weird because like it's unique because it's different than these Knob Creeks. It's not as nutty. It's standing out as like a very prominent oaky, sweet cherry vanilla. It's like your quintessential bourbon. There's nothing there that's like I'm extra this or extra that. It's just kind of extra in general. If that doesn't make sense, that's totally fine because I don't understand myself either. Second sip. Oh, wait. Okay. Second sip is kind of showing me its colors a little bit more. Second sip is turning out to be, damn it. This is hard. Maybe there is something in the middle of this palette that's like slightly not legacy, like a bit crafty for some reason. I'm not reading chat. I'm sorry. I don't want any, because I don't know if anything got spoiled or not. So I'm on purpose not reading chat. Well, I'll go back as soon as I'm finished here. I would guess around 100 and it's right around the same proof as the Knob Creek, but maybe a tiny bit less. 118. That's a proof guess. It's stupid, but it's where I'm at. It kind of tastes a little bit lower proof than, actually, if I think that the first Knob Creek I tasted may have been above 120 still, I'll put this at 122. 122 proof. Straight bourbon. I don't think it's finished. Very tasty. Third sip. It might be lower proof than that. It's really damn good. The back of the palate is a bit drying. First sip was the best sip. Second sip, it's slowly starting to show its weaknesses a little bit. Third sip is maybe tasting a bit younger than I originally thought. I'd put this thing at probably, 10 to 12 years old, maybe. It definitely feels like it has some age on it. I like it. I do like it. I don't know where it's from. MGP probably, maybe. I don't know. This one's throwing me for a bit of a loop. I do like it. I would say if I had to score it, I'm going to save the last sip for after I do the reveal, which you probably already know what it is. 8.1? 8.2? 8.2? 8.1. 8.1. What is it? Holy shit. Fucking was way the fuck. Oh boy. Really? Are you shitting me? I need some practice, huh? Wow. Peerless rum finished bourbon from friggin' Bill Kavanaugh. 112.6 proof. Definitely not 10 years old or any older than that. Rum finished. That's where the sweetness came from. It's very good. I like that a lot. It's just different. I thought it was Kentucky straight, but I didn't think it was finished at all. That's good. I like that a lot. Thank you, Bill. I'd probably buy a bottle of that. The rum finish will throw you for a loop. It definitely did. That is watch a master do work. No, that was bad. That was a bad job. Always love whiskey. What's up? What's up, Nick? Friggin' Nick, love you, man. Long time no talk. Well, that happens. That happens when you taste stuff you have no friggin' idea what it is. Are you sure it's whiskey? Damn you. So based off the color, it's like finished, old, or what? Good job, Matt. Everything you said was great and wrong, by the way. Everything I said was great and wrong. I was off on the proof by 10 proof points, off on the age by probably 6 to 8 years. I guessed a straight bourbon. It was finished. What else did I get wrong? I literally got everything wrong. That's fine. That's the way the cookie crumbles. And when you do this on YouTube, you can't be afraid to be wrong. What's the point? You got to test yourself. You know what I mean? On August 18th, I'll be testing myself against Dan, Cam, and Grease. So, looking good for them. You know what I mean? Arthur picked up my first Rebel 10 yesterday because I heard you say it was a good sipper. Really enjoying it. I love Rebel 10. And there's a lot of them are older than 10 years. It's a weeded bourbon, Heaven Hill distillate. I love that shit. So good. Nick Schuster got the color right. Thanks, DC. I did get the color right. Dark, right? Sorry I joined late. I'll go back and watch. Looking great. Thanks, Nick. Feeling great. Feeling very good. Love the blind review. Yeah, so that's what happens on 1 Ounce Wednesday. It's just edited so that a lot of the hymns and haws are edited out. Sometimes I do 1 Ounce Wednesday live. I think that when I'm on vacation, when we're away, for the next, like I said, next Friday, we're going to be, if I'm live next Friday, it will be from a hotel. So I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know when the next live will be. I'm going to try to go live every Friday. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but I'm going to try. Starting next week, we're going to be on the road because Kentucky then the upper peninsula of Michigan, then back down to lower Michigan for Pours in the Park. Gonna try to live stream as much as I can. There may be live one-on Wednesdays. I'm gonna shoot as much content as I can between now and then when we leave, so I have content to edit while we're gone. So there's gonna be really no hiccups in videos for like production-wise as far as drops go. But other than that, I don't know. It's gonna be weird being away from home for so long because this is where I work. It's like, this is my garage, you know? There's a spider in this motherfucker last night. A spider in this garage. Came down here to shoot a video, and this spider was on the floor, and I was like, ah, spider, big one. And then I went to go murder it. Super sorry, spider. But the spider wasn't really moving all that fast. And I was like, weird, because typically they move kind of fast. So I slowly killed it, and when I smushed it, like a million, like a fucking, pardon my language, Mom, a million baby spiders. I never ran for like the friggin', I bleached them. I bleached their bitch asses. I was like, you're not going to survive this, little baby spiders. It's terrifying. I can't let those things live. Not in this house. Oh, crazy. Thanks, Rick. How are the new buildings going to be comparable to that location within Warehouse H? Thoughts on that, people? Which buildings? Warehouse H. Thank you, Saucy Shane. Hey, our Heinz is here. Blanton's 2028 will just be Buffalo Trace brand with a horse on the cork. To handle the demand. Oh yeah, I see what you're saying now. Everything's changing so quick. Like, people just building and building and building. They can't build it fast enough, apparently. I think Peerless, they just did a whole new thing where they're building a brand new gigantic million, 100 million, whatever, 50 million, 20 million, 10 million, whatever $1 million project they're friggin' building. I don't know. It's insane. The way that this industry is continuing to boom is weird and crazy, but it's good, you know? Not everybody out there on the planet is a big fan of alcohol, but when you are in Kentucky and you are just pumping in those tax dollars, and then, you know, Kentucky loves it, Tennessee loves it, Missouri friggin' digging it all of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? And the trickle down. It trickles down to people like me and Jason, you know, Dan and Sean. It trickles down to us, and it's super cool. So I'm all for expansion and growth in my pants and in bourbon. So hopefully there will be more to come in my pants and in bourbon. That's going to do it for tonight. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. I will see you all at Pours in the Park. But before then, lots more videos, and hopefully we'll be live streaming every Friday. Like I said, it's going to be hit and miss. Not sure after 12 hours on the road with the kiddos and the wifey if I'm going to live stream from the hotel or not. But if I do, expect me to look a lot more like poo. But until then, I love you so much. Thank you guys for always being there, always supporting. It means the world. It really does. I've said it a million times, but if it wasn't for you guys, I'd be driving a bus in some friggin' stupid town and probably getting into a million accidents, because mountains here, I don't want to drive a bus in the mountains. And you're keeping me from that. Each and every one of you. Love you guys so much. Hopefully the Lamborghini does well on the trip. See you guys. Have an awesome night. Love you so much. I'm just seeing if there was anything else that I just missed. I don't think so. Tim Evans drinking my first Bardstown store pick. 6-year, 127.4. I need to try some of that shit. I bet you it's really good. The rye stuff is really good from there. Bus drivers' lives matter. Thanks, DC. Love you guys. Have an awesome night. Thank you for watching me tediously pick a Knob Creek barrel. Hopefully you guys love it as much as I do. It's tremendous. It's really good. Bye. See you next week, hopefully.